Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is now 2019. I wanted to share with you some of my favorites for 2018. I know this video is super late. I have been very sick, so I wanted to stop by and show you some of the stuff that I've loved throughout 2018. And excuse my voice, I'm so sorry, my voice is coming and going, and I hope that you can bear with me throughout this video. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the essentials. The first thing that I start with in the morning before I go ahead and put my makeup on is the SMASHBOX Photo Finish Primerizer Water. I have a ton of backups in my closet ready to use. This stuff is an essential for me. I've fallen in love with it. It's something that I would highly suggest. If you don't like to use a primer on your face, this is something that I've highly enjoyed, and one of the items that I'm always going to have in stock in my collection. If you haven't given this a try, this is something that I highly suggest, and this is something that I found in 2018 and fell in love with. The second thing I have for face stuff is another primer from BECCA. This is one that came in a BoxyCharm that I did not personally get in my BoxyCharm, but my sister-in-law got it in her BoxyCharm, and she was kind enough to send it over to me, and I fell in love with this. This is a really nice primer, especially for somebody like me who has an oily T-zone. This keeps my foundation in place all day long. I love this stuff. It's kind of a thicker primer, but it does so well, so you don't need very much. I just use a pea size and rub it in my T-zone area, and I'm good to go, especially since I use the SMASHBOX primer water. I don't need to put another primer on my face when I use this. This is just perfect. Those two items together work really well for my oily skin. Highly suggest this. So for foundations, I have a few of them that I fell in love with this year. One of them was from Too Faced, which is the Peach Perfect foundation from Too Faced. This is one that I really enjoy. I love it because it does have such good properties in it. I believe it has properties in it that will bring moisture to your face, like hyaluronic acid. I'm not sure if this does have hyaluronic acid, but it has something in it like that, and it just helps keep your face plump throughout the day. Not only that, but it's such a good foundation because it does stay on your face all day long. Great coverage. Of course, Too Faced's foundations run a little bit on the warmer side. They have like a yellow tint to them, so you have to be careful, but I do know that they came out with a whole nother line this year, so hopefully you can find your color in this if this is something that you're interested in. But this is a perfect foundation, and I love this one. The next one that I fell in love with this year was from L'Oreal, the Infallible Pro Matte. So when I first tried this a few years ago, I didn't like this, but my daughter did bring it over not too long ago, and I tried it out and I fell in love with it. So I don't know if my taste has changed in foundation or not, but this is one that I enjoy now and have fallen in love with it again this year. So if you haven't tried the Infallible Pro Matte, give this a try and see if you like it. This one is a really good one. The next one that I have here, which is the one that I have on today, it's from Maybelline. It's a Super Stay Full Coverage 24-hour foundation. This one here is kind of a dewier foundation for me, but it is a full coverage for me. It does really well to cover all my imperfections in my face. I have no problems with this at all. It works really well with primers that I was talking about earlier. It's just a really nice foundation. This one does get a little bit dewy on my face throughout the day because it's not considered a matte. I don't think it's a matte. No, just a full coverage. It may be matte, but for me, this one does get a little bit dewier on the face. So this was one that I really have and started to enjoy throughout the year, and would recommend it if you're looking for a full coverage type of foundation that's not fully matte for me. It looks matte when you first put it on, but as the day goes by, it does get a little bit more dewier, and it actually settles into my face really nicely as it warms up, and actually works really well with my pores and everything else. It looks really nice. So this is one that I would suggest as well. And then I have my last one that I've fallen in love with just recently is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour Fresh Wear Foundation. I just recently did a all-day wear test on this for you guys, and I love this foundation. I have been using it non-stop since I got it. It is a perfect matte foundation for me. I think it wears very nicely on the face. It doesn't gather in my pores and make my pores look extremely big or anything like that. It just kind of melts to my face really nicely, stays on all day, does really well with the primers that I mentioned earlier, and this is another one that I would highly suggest if you want a matte type of foundation. It stays on really well throughout the day with and without primer for me. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on. So I ended up getting this blush from Note Cosmetics in my BoxyCharm, I believe, way back. I can't remember. It was sometime, I believe it was early summer or late summer, early fall. This one is called Desert Rose. It's such a pretty color. It goes really well with my complexion. Now, I'm not too sure how it would go with other, you know, with lighter complexions, but it's just kind of like a really peachy, almost pinky peachy rose type of color. I love, love, love this one. This has become my all-time favorite blush of 2018. So again, if you haven't tried this Desert Rose from Note Cosmetics, number 5, I would give it a try if you are, you know, within my skin color. And let me know if you are lighter or darker, if you've tried this one and what you think about it, how it works on your skin. But I think this is a perfect color for my skin tone. I love how it stays on my face all day long. It doesn't come off. And they do have different colors within their line. So if you're interested in Note Cosmetics at all, I would give them a try. This is a perfect blush and they're not very expensive at all. You can get them at Ulta. So give them a try if you haven't tried out Note Cosmetics yet, especially for their blushes. I haven't tried anything else from them yet. And then for highlight, I have this one on here. This is from Essence. It's the Pear Nude Highlighter. This one here was suggested by Jen Loves Reviews and I picked it up and I absolutely love it. Cost like $2, but it's actually became one of my favorite highlights. Super subtle. You can build it to a really high shine if you want to, but I don't like to do that. As you know, I like kind of a subtler type of highlight. You can't really catch it on the camera, but it's there. You can see it's not as subtle as I would normally like it to be, but I had a heavy hand today. So this one actually works really, really well for my skin. It doesn't emphasize any of my skin texture. It just kind of melts right into my skin. It's only like $2 to $3. It's a perfect highlight. It's called number 10 Be My Highlight. And I know that they came out with some new ones, so this is the one that I picked up before they came out with the other ones. So this one's a perfect highlight for me. It doesn't look too gray, it doesn't look too silver, it just looks perfectly colored for my face. So this is one that I would highly suggest if you're interested in an inexpensive highlight that just works really, really nicely with aging skin, and you don't want something to emphasize like wrinkles or anything to emphasize like pores or anything like that. This is a really, really nice one. I would highly, highly suggest this one. All right, and then for eyeshadows, I have a few different palettes that I would highly suggest. This one is the Norvina palette from Anastasia. This one is a really, really pretty colored palette as well, purples and browns, and I really did fall in love with this one. I also fell in love with the one from Bad Habit, so if you don't want to spend the $45 or the $42 for that one, you can always go to the one from Bad Habit. I'll put a card up here so you can see that video if you're interested in that. Then the next one is going to be the Soft Glam from Anastasia. That one has become a staple in my collection as well throughout this year. It's been a really nice, you know, everyday type of palette, and it works really, really well. Then the last one I've got to suggest is the one from LORAC. This is the Los Angeles Pro 4 palette. This is the purpley palette that has all the nice purples and plums colors in it. Super, super nice. The glitters and shimmers in this palette has been just amazing. The Candlelight palette shadow that I put in my eye today was perfect, and this is one that I would absolutely suggest if you're looking for this type of color palette at all. This is perfect for anybody that likes purples and plums and stuff like that. All right, and then I've got an eyeliner that I would highly suggest. It's from NYX. It is the Epic Ink eyeliner. It's pretty much a dupe for the eyeliner from Kat Von D and Trooper. It's a very good eyeliner. It's like $8. You can get it on sale most of the time if you're shopping at Ulta. It's such a good eyeliner. It has the same tip as the one from Kat Von D. I've never had any issues with this eyeliner at all. It's super black, super opaque. It goes on over glitter. It goes on over just anything that you want. Most of the time I'll just wear this as a cat eye and not put any eyeshadow on, and it looks so, so nice. So I would highly suggest this if you're looking for a good liquid eyeliner that's like the one from Kat Von D Trooper. This is a perfect one, and it's not very expensive when it comes to that. I always have one of these on stock. I have this one, and I have 2 others that are waiting to be used because I don't want to run out of this one. And for a setting powder, I've recently been using the Celebration foundation to set my under eyes. I just put like a tiny bit on my brush and I set my under eyes with it, and it actually just smooths everything out and makes that area look a little bit plump. So I ended up purchasing their actual powder, and that's not in the mail yet. So I'm hoping that comes and it will work just like this, but I'm excited to try that. But I have been using this to set my under eyes, just a little bit of it, and it works really, really nice. I know that's not what it's for, but that's what I've been using it for, and it's been doing really, really well. So this is one that I would suggest to set your under eyes with, and just set your whole face after you've got foundation on, especially if you have a full coverage day or a light coverage day. It works really, really well in conjunction with other foundations and stuff like that. So I really, really like this, and I have been using it a lot lately. All right, and then the last things I have here are mascaras. Now, you know that my all-time favorite has always been the one from Too Faced, the Better Than Sex. This is probably going to be my favorite forever, so I'm not going to speak too much about it. But another one that I found throughout the year was the one from Essence. It's the Lash Paired Princess, and this one is a dupe for the IT Cosmetics. This one actually works super nicely. I feel like this one is a lot better than the one from IT Cosmetics. Superhero from IT Cosmetics. It's super similar to that. It does really well on my eyelashes. This one does not flake on my eyes. It gives me super volume on my eyelashes. Plus it like separates them out and like makes them lengthy, which is I really, really like. I highly, highly suggest this one if you like the one from IT Cosmetics. I think this is a perfect mascara. I would totally give it a try if you haven't tried this one out. All right, and I think I got one more item. I ended up ordering these makeup removing cleansing cloths of Neutrogena. So I normally get the bag that has like the little sticky that comes up and you close it, you pull one out and you close it. But I found these are so much easier for me because they are in a single pack just like this. And so I don't always use these. I use these every once in a while when I'm being super lazy and don't want to take my makeup off, but with the full, you know, I'm tired, or like lately I've been super sick. So I've just been taking one of these and taking my makeup off, and I have been wearing super light makeup throughout the day. But I love these because they're individual. You don't have to worry about the pack drying out, because I go through one of those packs. It takes me about 2 months to go through one of those packs because I don't use them every single day. So these have just become really, really handy for me because they're individually wrapped. I don't have to worry about things drying out. I can just use one, throw it away, and I'm good to go. There's 20 of them per pack. They're a little bit more expensive than the other because of the extra packaging, and I know that's what was a complaint for a lot of people, that the packaging and, you know, the environment. But for me, I found it very handy to have these, even though they do have the extra packaging. So I would highly, highly recommend these if you are looking for something that you can travel with and not have to worry about things drying out or, you know, coming undone. And that's what my problem was. So those are super, super nice, and I really, really am happy that they went ahead and changed that. And then the last thing I have here is for brows. It's from Maybelline, New York. It's the Tattoo Studio Brow Gel. So my mom gave me this not too long ago to try it out. She didn't like it because it was the wrong color. I have become very fond of this. I don't use the little doe foot that's in there because I think that's just a weird way to put, you know, brow stuff in your brows. But I do take my Anastasia brush, my eyebrow brush, and I just take product off it and I just rub it in my eyes. It does really, really well. It does a good job of tinting my brows and staying on all day, even through sweat. I really, really have enjoyed this. That does say that it is an all-day type of thing. I believe they consider this to be like waterproof. It may be. I've been able to take it off really, really easy with just, you know, wet cloth. So I don't know what the tattoo portion of it is, but I like the color. I think it works really, really well. I have no issues with it, and I would suggest it. Alright guys, that was all of my favorites for 2018. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what your favorites for 2018 were, and if you haven't posted the videos on it yet, or if you have posted a video on it, let me know so I can go and watch it, because I enjoy watching and seeing what people love throughout the year, especially if it's something that I haven't tried and I can give a try. Alright guys, I hope you guys have a great week, and I shall talk to you later.